Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech Horizons Season 2. As you can see, I am currently changing some recipes just off the top of my head here. I am doing some of the late game recipes. I am just doing it to 64. I could do more than that, but I have noticed 64 is a nice even number, and it usually the A system will input the stuff so fast that 64 seems to be pretty good with the amount of crafting coprocessors. We have 94,000 of them, so it goes through that really quick. If you need like a million, it goes through it pretty quick with that thing. Although the doing a larger amount might help with the calculations. I don't know, maybe I should do more. I don't know, 64 just feels good. I'm not doing every single one because that is very time consuming when you start thinking about the thousands of recipes that I have in the base. Like, trying to like redo all these, and a lot of them, like, do we even, like, dense Gaia spirits? Well, I don't need to do that. Like, there's a few of them that we probably need to increase, but I don't need to sit here and do every single one, because that is just a lot of real life time. I need more transcendent metal. I have my thing turned off, but I noticed that when it was doing this, it was like some of this stuff I'm just kind of going through and adjusting this stuff. Like all this stuff we already have in stock, but like things like this, I'll just change the recipe. And this was one that was, I noticed, and maybe like copper ingots. Actually, I think copper's already been done. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to change some of these recipes. So the A system can insert it faster, because I noticed that when I was trying to solidify the cosmic neutronium, it was only being done on one, because this one it was going so fast, like it could only process on one. Like it wasn't staying in long enough for the other ones to do the work, and it wasn't inserting fast enough because I believe it ran out of things. So I just want to try. And a lot of this stuff I'm just kind of doing as other things are happening. Oh, there it goes. I was like, it seemed like only one was working, but it was because it couldn't insert the cosmic fast enough. So yeah, it was yeah, that is definitely much better. So instead of doing the, one process is one ingot, one process is now 64 ingots kind of thing for all that. So I am just kind of fixing recipes here and there. Unfortunately, like I said, it's gonna be like just so time consuming doing every single one. Like I could go through here and just adjust everything, but I don't know. That just does not sound fun, going through every single recipe and just multiplying it. But I don't know, maybe we'll get to a point where we need to. Who knows? In the meantime, I'm just kind of doing ones that are jumping out. Although this is still, I wonder if there's like, it'd be nice if I could do that. Oh my goodness, we can. Really? All right. Well, that makes things a little bit easier. Man, Minecraft has come a long way since I first started playing. Which was 147. In case anyone was wondering, I started playing with, I think it was FTB Ultimate was my first mod pack. And the very first thing I did was build a castle in Minecraft. Because I'm pretty sure that's what everyone builds. The very first time they play Minecraft, they build a castle with walls. Alright, well, that's kind of what I am doing at the moment. I'm also crafting up, as we can see, we are crafting up more Gallifreyan stuff, and I'm actually doing two. Enough for two all at once. So I got our 96. We need 48 per Eye of Harmony. I got enough for two of those, and then I'm going to do this one next. So 168 times 2. I might need some more Transcendent Metal. Yeah, I had this turned off because it was causing... It was just one of those, like... It was causing issues with starting recipes because it was pulling the stuff out of the A system before the recipe would start, and I was getting error messages, so I had it turned off, but we definitely need it going again. But I'm actually adjusting the recipes for that. That is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. All right, Callisto and Lex, we're good there. And I think copper was good as right. Yeah, I've done a lot of them, just not every single thing. I mean, if I really wanted to be efficient or whatever, I would just do every single recipe. But I'm just kind of doing it as needed. Sure, why not? That's mix 4, 2, 12. Close. Alright. So, I think I've done most of those. Transcendent Metal. Block. 1,000. Hopefully. Well, yeah, it's going much quicker with the stuff, like, because before it couldn't put it in fast enough, so it was like bottlenecking itself, but now it's much quicker. All right, I mean, it still has to craft some of this stuff up, but other stuff, the dust and the thing. Admittedly, Cosmic Neutronium was, I think, the slowest part, and I just crafted up 1 million of that, so we're good for a little bit. Okay, I think we're good on that. Let me get this going. Where it was. Here. Where are you? There it is. Alright, so I'll let that run for a little bit, and then I'm going to get the other things going for the Eye of Harmonies. Alright, I've gone through a bunch of these, and I've actually started doing... I did 4 stacks at a time for all those. Now you can see the thing is actually crafting up all this stuff. There are a couple things in here that might want to adjust. But for the most part, we've gotten most of the stuff. I noticed that a lot of the fluids, it was taking a lot of time to do the fluids, the molten fluids for the stellar catalyst. So I think that is, yeah. So now you can see it's crafting up. It's crafting up more than the machine can handle, which is what we want. All right, cool. I think we're good on that. All right, we are back. It's been quite some time. But we've got all the parts that we need. I'm just finishing crafting up the 2 hatches. I believe there is some stuff somewhere crafting. Yep, taking up the assembly lines. I only have 4 of them, but to be honest, it's rarely ever waiting for these to finish crafting. Very occasionally I do, but yeah, most of this long recipes we've all just kind of broken off into their own advanced assembly lines. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to finish. Now I'm going to do 2 more. I think I'm going to do probably above the other ones, I'm thinking. Maybe. Really? Really? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe on top. I think it's just... Yeah, I think that will... It'll just... I guess we'll just have the 1 layer. Ah, it just turned on. Just turned on! I think we'll just be sharing the 1 layer, basically. We don't really share a whole lot, unfortunately. We're not saving that much. I mean, we're not sharing these things at all. It's really just we're sharing some casings, and that's really about it. Yeah, but yeah, I think we'll just go above it. Now, I might possibly... What is it again? Is it 11 billion or is it 10 billion? Would be easier if we did the tier 9. I'm pretty sure those require 10 billion. So then I could do 2 billion because these hold 2 billion. I could do like each craft would be 2 billion, so it would actually speed that up. But since you need the 1, I mean, if I really, I guess I technically don't have to have it like. Is it 10 billion? No, I'm pretty sure it's 11 billion. Be wrong though. I feel like, yeah, I feel like the 2 won't work. Could be wrong though. But I was just thinking, like, if we just get all the resources from the one that's like super sped up, because that's running, to be honest, that's running at like, what is that, 32 parallel at the moment? Like, don't really need the resources from these anymore. These are literally just like for power, to be honest. I don't know. Not. Yeah. Yeah, because wouldn't that make like one with running at 32 parallel? That's like worth like 32 of these. So I don't know. Like, that would, yeah, the amount of resources that this produces are kind of negligible, aren't they? So if I wanted to go over and get the 0% chance, it wouldn't matter because we're just using these for power. All right, I'm just kind of guessing where the thing goes there. Unfortunately, I don't have the thing crafted up yet. This is actually, these do take, don't they take like 5,000 seconds or something like that, or 3,000 seconds? I can't remember how long they take. They actually take a while. But yeah, I will set these up then. I think that's it. I don't need to get the exact amount. It's just so because I can only hold so much in my inventory. That is 60. Yeah. All right. So we'll set these up 2 more. And then hopefully that will putting us in the positive because we are really We are really draining our power. I have been running machines almost constantly here, so I'm not like super surprised, but yeah, we are dropping. So hopefully after this, I mean, I did just craft up 2 more Eye of Harmonies, so I drained a lot of power. Yeah, hopefully this we'll let the world run probably overnight, and then we'll see. Okay, just setting up the next Eye of Harmony, and just I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the 5th one here, and I think we are good to go. I think I have set that up correctly. Yep, there it goes. All right, cool. It's on. There we go. Now it's on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was debating whether if we actually need these resources. I think, like, when I get one more astral array in the other one and it's running at, what, 128 parallel, yeah, I don't know if we really have to worry about resources. I might just get rid of that and just clean up a little bit so it's not so... Yeah. I might also... There's probably, like, other ways I could go about doing this. I could maybe send, just to make it a little bit cleaner, like maybe send all the wireless connectors to like one back here kind of thing. And then send, you know, like 32 channels into that down there, just so it's doesn't look so crazy. Although we're on the back. I do kind of wish the things didn't do that. Because sometimes I'm like, oh no, is it not working? No, it's working. It just, it doesn't show. Okay, there we go. That one is on. Oh, we are just waiting for the next one. I think it is done. Yep, there we go. All right, man, we are really cruising here. Totally kind of trying to eyeball this. All right, so I think the controller goes. I think the angel block should go. I feel like that's probably... No, I think I screwed that up, didn't I? I think the controller will go here. Did I get it right? Let's see if I actually got it right. Did I put my... I think I can do all 12, but it's tier 9, so... No, I think that needs to go up 1, doesn't it? Yeah, that needs to go up 1. I was close. My inventory is full. Alright, there we go. I think we got it. Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, here comes the next one. Man, I can't believe I'm crafting up 2. That is pretty crazy, actually. 2 in, like, 1 day, and the parts used to take... Oh, I don't even know. Parts used to take hours and hours. I would just have, like, my world running all day and all night, and it would just take forever. But now we are crafting up 2 of them in 1 day. That is just... And it doesn't feel like it's taken that long either. Like, as soon as we got our first one up, we really started progressing quickly with getting more of these up. We're not going to actually be using parallel, but it does require it, otherwise it won't form. Am I short? Apparently I am short. No, that's right. Now that I think about it, I did pull 60. I must... Oh, I know what it was. When I crafted up the 2 Eye of Harmonies, it used the 2 that I had in the, the Aces. I was like, I'm pretty sure I crafted up 62 of them. And I was just remembering, yeah, there were 60 in there. All right, well, we're going to have to wait for that. Unfortunately, it has to build the front of it first before it starts putting all the other ones in, so... All right, I'll do that, get this set up and running. Okay, we are back. I've had the world running for a little bit of time here. I wanted to see if we are getting a net gain of power when I'm just not doing anything, because it's really hard to tell when we have half the base running and draining power. I'm like, I don't know if we're gaining power, losing power. I'm like, we should be gaining power. And now we have, what do we have? 6 and 7 producing power. So we are doing pretty well. Now I have gone ahead and I made a little note before I went AFK, because some of these numbers, when you start getting into 12, 13 numbers, it gets kind of confusing and it's hard to remember what we were at. So we were at 175 trillion, quadrillion. What are we at? Quintillion? I don't even know. But yeah, we're up to 191, 255. So we are definitely net positive with our power gen. I mean, I knew we were, but like I said, it's just a bit hard to tell when we have, like, our DTPFs run at 100 trillion EU per tick and stuff, so it drains it pretty quick. But it's cool to see we're actually at in that game. Obviously, we just need more and more and more. I think 2 more Eye of Harmonies at least, and then maybe throw a 3rd one in there. And do... Is that going to get us up to 128? Yeah, I think that'll get us up to 128 parallel. I think I want to do that. Because we're going to throw another one in there. It's going to use even more power. But I want a decent buffer. I don't want to keep running down our power. So we're going to do that. I am going to do, before I start crafting up more Eye of Harmonies, I am going to do a couple upgrades. I think I'm going to break down these mixers and rebuild them on Mars. There is something over here that definitely I've noticed. I don't know if it's the compacts being this close, but when I go to do a huge craft, it definitely, like, feels like we're losing ticks over here. Like, I'll go to, like, open up, look at the controller, and it takes, like, a second to open up. So I'm like, something over here definitely feels like it's messing with my ticks, which is not good. It's a little scary, actually. So I'm going to redo this. It does feel like it happens when these are running. When it's just like the cutting machines, I don't really notice a problem, but when the mixers are going, and a lot of the times it's with these going as well. It could be a lot of, like, I wonder if, like, all these things that we are not using are causing issues as well. I don't know. Spamming machines is going to be taxing on the world anyway. So, all right, that is that's probably my next thing I'll do. We'll set up the mixers. We set up all the coolant ones. Now I'm going to do the actual, the ones that do items as well, I think. Yeah, and then we'll see if we still run into that kind of like tick issue when we do that. But everything else, there really isn't any super noticeable bottlenecks. Like, surprisingly, like, this thing is not a bottleneck. This thing barely even stays on. It just ticks on for like a few ticks and then it finishes all the recipes. I mean, we're at 1,000,000 amps of UMB, so that really isn't an issue. A lot of this stuff really is, the stuff just goes so quick. I mean, this is a slight bottleneck with some of those recipes, but even this has been sped up so much now. Our PCB factory is almost instantaneous, so we've really we've done pretty well, to be honest. These have been sped up so much that they're not like a main bottleneck or anything like that. They do run for a bit, but there's a couple recipes that are a bit slower, but yeah, even these are not really a bottleneck anymore. So we are making some good progress here. But unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of new stuff to do, so we're going to probably end the episode a couple minutes early today, so I can get these mixers up and running and more IF Harmonies. So anyway, that's going to be for today. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.